So good afternoon. My name is Isabelle Piccard from VITO Remote Sensing. And I'm going to tell you a bit more about the NextLand services for agriculture. So many of you may already be using Earth observation services for your daily activities. If not, this may be a good moment to get started. Whether you are a farmer, a contractor, or an advisor, a supplier, a food processor, or an insurer, satellite images can help you to better monitor your fields as they provide objective information on crop growth and health. So every time satellite passes in Europe, this is roughly every 2 to 3 days, you get an update of the status of your crops, and this can help you to detect problems in an early stage. Satellite data is also ideal for remote monitoring. The satellite covers large areas, so you can easily compare different fields and benchmark your field with similar fields in the area. They can also be used to plan field visits, for instance. A major advantage of satellite data is that they provide spatial information. So from the images, you can see if there are spots within a field where the crop is not growing as expected. And that's something you don't always see when you visit a field from the road. So as a farmer, you can use this information to optimize your field practices, for instance, to adjust fertilizer application according to the variations in the field. Satellite data are also often used by researchers or service providers as input for yield, nitrogen, or disease models. They can reduce the need for field data collection or even replace field measurements. You can also use satellite data to have a look back to the history of the field. This can be useful for farmers to check the performance of a field they want to rent, for instance, or for an insurer to identify high-risk fields, or for researchers to study trends. So there are enough reasons to use or start using Earth observation data for agricultural monitoring. NextLand is offering a whole range of EO services for agriculture. So I go quickly through each of these services, but more information can also be found on the store, as David will show you later on. So some of these NextLand services can be used both for agriculture and forestry, or vegetation indices, for instance. We offer both classical vegetation indices such as the NVI, but also more advanced biophysical parameters such as FA-PAR, LAI, of cover, all with a resolution of 10 by 10 meters. Thanks to our CropSAR technology, which combines optical and radar images, we're able to offer cloud-free time series of vegetation indices. So that way you get a continuous growth curve for your field, as you can see here in the picture. So whether it's cloudy or not, still can have data. Jim from Soil Essentials and Bram from Soil Service of Belgium, they will tell you later on how they are using the CropSAR vegetation indices for their applications. You can also compare growth curves for different fields and benchmark your field with other fields in the region. So that's part of our anomaly detection service. Other products that will be added to this anomaly detection service in coming weeks are our variability maps and yield potential maps, which you can see here and which are showing the good and the bad performing zones within your field. I don't need to tell you that drought has been a major issue in the past seasons. To help you with drought monitoring and early warning, NextLand is offering a set of specific EO products, such as the vegetation water content service. So here, this includes a number of vegetation indices that react more sensitively to drought, such as the normalized difference water index or the moisture stress index you can see here. The soil moisture service from Planet van der Sat also provides you an indication, in this case, of how much water is present in the soil, in the topsoil layer. And that's information that's offered on a near daily basis. It's derived from passive microwave data, and therefore it's independent of cloud cover. Compared to the public soil moisture data sets, the service offers a much higher resolution of 100 by 100 meter, and yeah, it also allows you to get back, to go back in time. Also, the evapotranspiration service from DHI provides information on drought stress. The service includes both actual evapotranspiration, which is a proxy of the actual water consumption, and potential evapotranspiration, which indicates the optimal water consumption. So with a resolution of 20 meters, these images, these evapotranspiration data also allows you to see differences within a field. NextLand also offers a set of services which are designed specifically for agricultural applications, such as a crop type classification service. Now, as a farmer, of course, you know which crop is growing on the field, but for advisors or service providers or application developers, this information is usually unknown, or it becomes available after the season. So in those cases, you could use the crop type classification service, which can already tell you 3 months after the start of the season which crop is grown in a certain field and how reliable this estimate is. So you can even request crop type information for past seasons. And Jim will also show you some examples later on how he's using the service for the fields he is monitoring. I already showed you the vegetation indices and the growth curves, which show you the evolution of the index over time. Well, these growth curves, they can also be used to check the crop development stage and to detect critical stages such as crop emergence or harvest. So that's the kind of information that you can obtain from a crop phenology service in NextLand. Then, yeah, for those of you who are looking for information on biomass development, we have the biomass production service. So this shows you the daily dry matter increase for your field. And then, yeah, summed up over the season, this can be used as a proxy for yield. Or you can also use this service to check trends in biomass production over time, over the years. Then, yeah, the last service is the crop water needs service from DHI. So this shows you the crop water deficit can be used to decide on when and where to irrigate and how urgent it is to irrigate. And with a resolution of 20 meters, it also shows you the variability within the field. Now, besides these individual services, NextLand also offers bundles of services for typical applications, such as crop monitoring, yield prediction, or support to irrigation. So the support to irrigation bundle, for example, contains vegetation indices, vegetation water content, and soil moisture from 2 different providers, from VITO and Planet van der Sat. The crop planning optimization bundle, which you can see here, it gives you access to the crop type classification biomass production services. Can be used, for example, to optimize crop rotation schemes and so on. Then we have the early stress and anomaly detection bundle, which combines crop phenology and regional benchmarking services. All these bundles have been defined together with our alpha and beta users as part of the co-design process in NextLand. Now, why choosing NextLand as EO service provider? yeah, as you have seen, we have a whole range of services for agriculture, in particular, both single services and as bundled services from different providers that can all be used to support your crop monitoring activities. The services can be accessed via the online store web portal, which David will show you later on, or via the NextLand API.